So I remember when I first learned about what a drawing tablet was, I asked my friend Carmen how she drew so well digitally, and she said that she used a drawing tablet. I had no idea what they were at the time, so I looked them up and was really surprised that they existed. I had no clue what they were and had no idea that people used them to draw. I just thought that everyone used mouses. At the time, I had been drawing with a mouse on MS Paint, but for some reason, when I discovered drawing tablets, I literally stopped drawing for probably 2 or 3 weeks until I got one. I thought that I could never make work as amazing as my friends if I didn't have one. Now, I was wrong. I was so very wrong. You can make art just as good as anyone else with simpler tools. You can draw with a computer mouse or trackpad. You can draw with the stylus or your finger on your phone or tablet. You can draw traditionally. Here's why. I'm going to split this video up into sections. There will be a section about traditional art, a section about computer mouse and trackpad art, and a section about phone and tablet art. So I'm going to start with traditional art. Traditional art. My god, traditional art is stellar. Traditional art is also really hard to come by. For those of you who don't know, traditional art is art you make on paper, or pretty much any art that you make by hand that isn't digital. And traditional artists are so very hard to come by in the modern day due to everything being digital. I only know 2 of them, and one of them isn't even just solely traditional. Let me show you some examples. This is art by Juicy Ink / Torian. Look at this. Look at these. Her art is some of the most impressive I've ever seen, and as of the time of this video being released, she is solely a traditional artist. Her anatomy is spot on, and she shows a really good understanding of coloring with markers and watercolor. Again, keep in mind, traditional artist. She doesn't need a fancy drawing tablet to make amazing art, and neither do you. Traditional art is so respectable. You can't control Z mistakes, and it takes a lot of commitment to get it down. Plus, even if you get a drawing tablet in the future, if you draw traditionally now, it'll be a whole lot easier to draw digitally later. You'll have a good idea of anatomy and coloring that'll benefit you for years to come. Even if you draw digitally, I recommend drawing traditionally every now and then. It's really good practice, and you get coloring experience with markers and watercolors that you don't get with digital art. And maybe you'll find you like traditional art more. Someone who does both is a wonderful artist named Yamio. She draws both traditionally and digitally, which I think is a very, very good practice. If you do both, you're expanding your skills a lot more than you would if you just did solely one art medium. Having that said, it's not bad to focus on one medium. Like, for example, you could focus on traditional art, and then once you get a drawing tablet, you can do both, and you'll have a lot of experience with traditional to make it easier and quicker to learn how to draw digitally, which is also a benefit to not having a drawing tablet. You can develop a traditional art skill that not many people have and use it to make digital art easier once you get a tablet, even though you don't need one and you can make amazing art without one. Let's get on to mouse / trackpad art now. Mouse art is how everyone I know started out, and I'm certain that there are artists that follow me that still use a mouse to draw art. As I said earlier, it's even how I started. And a lot of people look down upon mouse art. They don't give it and the artist enough credit. It is impossible to draw with a mouse. Like, I have no idea how I did it, and I certainly have no idea how others did either. I can't even do it anymore. So if you can, props to you, dude. No one I know can do it anymore, besides my friend Thorn. Thorn started out drawing with a mouse just like the rest of us, but she took it a step further. She didn't draw on MS Paint, she drew on Psy. And oh my god, it was so impressive. When she told me she didn't have a drawing tablet, I was honest to god so blown away and didn't believe her at all. Look at this art. This is all done with a mouse. If she can make art this stellar with a mouse, then there is no reason why you can't either. She showed a really solid understanding of anatomy pretty early on, and I have no clue what settings or stabilizer had to be on to get her art this smooth. She also didn't need a drawing tablet to make some really nice art. And neither do you. I asked my Discord server for some examples of their mouse and trackpad art, and this is what I got in return. I was so baffled with the submissions I received. Dude, seriously, check this art out. Look how professional and solid and clean it looks. My jaw actually dropped by how pleasing these submissions are. If you told me that these were all made with a drawing tablet, then I'd believe you. Go try and open up Psy or another drawing program and try to get a stabilizer to work with your mouse. It doesn't need to be perfect, but try and get it as smooth as you can. And next, start drawing. Try and get some anatomy practice and all the like down with a mouse like Thorn and all the rest of these artists did. It's definitely achievable if you put the effort in. These submissions should prove it. And lastly, art drawn on a phone or tablet. I also asked my Discord server for some art they drew with a stylus or with their finger, and oh my god. I was honestly super surprised with the turnout. I was not expecting this much art of as quality amazing as theirs. Look at all this. I almost considered pushing these up further in the video because of how amazing all this art is. Look at how solid this art is. All of these submissions show such an amazing understanding of art as a whole. Like, look at these. They are so impressive. I was super mega impressed with the turnout. If I were to look at any of these, like I said with the mouse art, I would assume that they were drawn by an artist with a tablet. But they weren't. In fact, most of them were done by finger. Basically, you do not need a fancy drawing tablet to make amazing art. If anything, these drawings should prove that. These people don't have the most expensive and fanciest tools on their belts, no, but do they really need to? With how stellar their art is, absolutely not. And you don't either. Go out there and impress people with what you can do with simpler items, just like how these people impressed me. If you put in the effort, it is definitely achievable. To wrap this video up, basically, if I want you to take anything away from this video, it would be that you don't need a fancy drawing tablet to make amazing art, and the examples that I showed throughout the video should prove that. You can make art just as good as everyone else with simpler items. If you don't have a drawing tablet, don't feel bad. Prove everyone wrong. Show the world you can make amazing art without a $1,700 Cintiq. Because you don't need one to prove how amazing and skilled and talented you are at drawing.